You know, I gotta say, I feel bad for horror movies that are coming out in 2021. How do you expect to be scarier than the hellscape that is the world right now? Things Heard and Seen stars Amanda Seyfried, James Norton, Rhea Seehorn, and F. Murray Abraham, and it follows a young woman who moves into a new home with her husband and daughter. Upon arriving, however, she realizes that her house is probably haunted, as this is a horror movie, but it might not be the only thing in her life that has some hidden secrets. Okay, let's get into strengths. The biggest strength in this movie is easily Amanda Seyfried. I did my top 5 last Wednesday, and she is a great actress. I really like her. I think she's very underrated. I'm happy that she's coming off of an Oscar nomination, and I hope that she can get some better roles. Better movies than this one. The other thing I liked about this movie is that it had some really good ideas. I thought it was going to be kind of like Rosemary's Baby, where we move into a new place, we're following the woman in this relationship. We're seeing all the problems and all the weird things happening in this neighborhood. I like the idea of it following her, but also following the husband. Keep in mind, I said I liked that idea. Doesn't mean I like the execution. Okay, the biggest problem with this movie easily is that it is all over the place. There's so many people in this movie, and they try to give every character development, and they just waste time. I'm like, I don't care about any of these people. I just want to see some stuff happen at the house. Speaking of, there are barely any scares in this movie. I feel like in general, there are maybe like 4 times where you're like able to be scared in this movie, which is pretty bad for a 2-hour movie. Every time something scary happens, it zooms into Amanda Seyfried's face really close, literally like. And it's like, I don't even know what you're scared of because I can't see anything. And I get it. They're trying to put the horror into this relationship. They're trying to make that the tension. But that's my next problem, is that James Norton as the husband, I don't really think he's great in this movie. I don't think he's a bad actor. He's actually a very accomplished British actor. That's kind of the point that I'm making, is that it's just, there's no subtlety in this movie whatsoever. This is a movie, you need subtlety. You need to feel like, okay, like maybe things are okay, and then slowly realize, oh, things are pretty bad. I think that would have been so much more interesting. However, in this movie, James Norton is just an asshole, and you're like, oh, okay, well, he's an asshole. Her husband's an asshole. That sucks. Going back to one of the strengths, Amanda Seyfried is really good in this movie, but it barely focuses on her, it feels like, and it's frustrating because if they just focused on this movie from her perspective, kind of like Rosemary's Baby, I think it would have been a lot better. And as it goes on, you're trying to learn more about like the past history of this house. You're trying to learn about the people that are haunted, but you never really see them interact with the ghosts or the spirits or whatever you want to call them. Yet Amanda Seyfried says, oh yeah, I spoke to them. I was speaking to them the other night. Yeah, I spoke. When were you speaking to them? That's the other thing this movie doesn't know. It doesn't know if it wants to be a haunted house movie or if it wants to be a slowly lose your mind and grip on sanity movie. It's hard because I feel like it's going to be a movie where somebody is slowly losing their grip on reality. You have to be able to question if the house is haunted or not. However, there's no question in this movie. It's definitely a haunted house. I will say though, this movie does have some entertainment because it is really stupid, and there are parts of this movie where I just started laughing. It's one of the best comedies I've seen in a while, so there is that. But I can't say in good conscience that you need to hear or see Things Heard and Seen. That was stupid. I'm going to give Things Heard and Seen a 2.8 out of 10. So what did you see this weekend? Let me know in the comments down below. It doesn't have to be a new movie. It can be something old. It could be a TV show you're into. Just let me know what you're watching. And if you enjoyed watching this and you would like to see more, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share this with your friends. And as always, stay groovy, watch a movie.